what SMU can do more this season, without Marcus Kennedy. And Arkansas, I thought, looked very good in their wins over Alabama State, Wake Forest, and Delaware State. SMU already has 2 losses, both away games to Gonzaga and Indiana, both respectable losses. Ken Palm projects them to beat Arkansas. If I made a prediction, I say Arkansas gets the road win. I think this team is playing really well. Bobby Portis, Rashad Madden, and Michael Qualls, a really good 3 trio. And honest to God, if Florida's still struggling with these injuries, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say Arkansas could finish second in the SEC. They actually swept Kentucky last year. So interesting to see how the reactions are when they play Kentucky again this year. An underrated game, I think. Gonzaga plays Georgia in New York for the NIT season tip-off at Madison Square Garden. Maybe I should try to go to that game. No, it's too late to order tickets. The game's in 2 days. Georgia, I think, is an underrated team. I know they lost to Georgia Tech, and that wasn't exactly a great loss. But they've got some more chances to make noise on their schedule with Colorado, Seton Hall, and Kansas State still left on the docket. So lots of good chances to make noise. Georgia's not a bad team at all. And Mark Fox is one of the more underrated coaches in the country. And Charles Mann, obviously, is a really good player. So I think this is the best team Mark Few's ever had, with Kyle Wiltshire, Byron Wellesley, Gary Bell, Kevin Pangos, Josh Perkins, Domantas Sabonis, or however you pronounce that whatever you foreign guy that is. So Gonzaga's got the best team they have on campus, and they're playing very far away, and they're playing a team I think they can beat. Definitely, so far, my early pick for one of the games, what could be the game of the season, is Gonzaga at Arizona. I know people are like, what? You're taking that over Wisconsin-Duke? Yeah, I think Gonzaga versus Arizona could be a top 5 matchup by the time that game comes. And I think, in terms of entertainment value, that could be more exciting than a Wisconsin-Duke matchup. Todd, what else am I talking about? Providence visits Kentucky. I've already talked enough about Kentucky, but I'll talk a little bit about Providence. PC obviously looked good in the win over Florida State and the win over Notre Dame. I believe they crowned victory at the Mohegan Sun Arena. Yeah, maybe they did. That's kind of not too far from Providence, so I bet they had a lot of fans at those games in Eastern Connecticut. And they also beat 2 America East opponents, Albany, and a really bad Binghamton team, and a really bad Naval Academy team. They've got Yale on Friday, a top 100 Yale team, before they face Kentucky. Obviously, I don't think Yale's one of the 100 best teams in the country, but I haven't seen them play, so I really can't say too much about them. So, speaking about the Kentucky game, and yeah, Yale's already lost to Quinnipiac, so I don't know why this team is still a top 100 team. So yeah, Yale is they're on the schedule, but it's Kentucky that I'm talking about, and I think that Kentucky is just too lengthy and strong for this Providence team. LaDonte Henton went off for 36 points against whoever they played. I forget the team name now. Against Notre Dame, and I thought that was really impressive. Yeah, he scored 38 points. He made 10 of 11 twos and 4 of 8 threes, so pretty efficient. And yeah, Chris Dunn obviously is a pretty good player. So yeah, I think it'll be fun to see how they go up against Kentucky's front line. And yeah, and then also Texas UConn. UConn's got a break before the game. They don't play another game after falling in the battle for... They played in the Puerto Rico tip-off. And Texas has got a game against St. Francis of Pennsylvania, which they should win easily. I like UConn in stores here. I think Texas is a really talented team. And Miles Turner's really good. And I'd like to see Miles Turner or Cameron Ridley versus... versus Amita Brima. And I think the loss of Isaiah Taylor is a lot. Javon Felix, obviously, Jonathan Holmes. I feel like I'm pronouncing Javon Felix wrong. Let me know if I am. Cameron Ridley, obviously, Miles Turner is supposed to be really good, and we share a name, so I guess that's pretty cool. But I'm taking UConn in this one. I think they have the firepower to go ahead and beat them there, and this should be a pretty good week of basketball. So that's pretty much going to wrap it off for this show. I've talked about a lot. I'm going to go watch some hockey. My Wild are playing tonight against the Panthers. So yeah, no, it's been a pretty good show. So lots of good stuff to talk about, and I'll be back next week to talk some more basketball on Monday. Miles signing out.